we've just finished our council meeting for this evening. It was quite a quick one tonight, just a couple of hours. I'll just run through some of the main things that we covered during the meeting. We had a petition presented to council, and we had Ms. Shane Boyd from Marlow came to speak to the petition. It's around a development in Marlow at 10 Marlow Road, and this is a development which the council gave in principle support to a number of years ago, but a number of members of the community are now quite concerned that if it goes ahead, it doesn't fit in with the Marlow streetscape and the other development in Marlow, so they're requesting council have another look at that. So that was the first item on our list. We had Mr. Bruce Hurley from Leader in Lakes Entrance come and speak to us about developments in Lakes Entrance and the work that Leader does there. So that was interesting as well. There were two items around our waste services. The first one was a contractual item around the development of a new cell 4 at the Bairnsdale landfill site. So this item, or this construction, had to be brought forward because of all the waste that was accepted during the bushfires, and it really filled up the previous cell a lot faster than was anticipated. There was also another waste item, and that was a variation to a contract which is around more stringent EPA requirements for landfill monitoring. So we're finding, of course, that in managing waste for our shire, there are more and more requirements that we have to meet, and costs council quite a lot of money to do this, but there's no choice about it. We do have to monitor our landfills very carefully. So that was the second one. It was a variation to a contract that had already been let. So it was that the discussion around that item was carried on in the ordinary council meeting. We didn't have to go into camera to discuss that. There was an item around a community infrastructure loan scheme. So this was on the 12th of November 2019, council endorsed an application for loan funding for just over $3.3 million for the development or the redevelopment of the Eagle Point foreshore hub. That application was successful, and funding was included in the 2021 budget and the 21-22 budget as well. But this motion was to endorse that the final documentation be completed by the CEO. And finally, probably one of the items on the agenda that caused a lot of interest and discussion was the Councillor Code of Conduct. So there is a statutory requirement in the Local Government Act that councils pass a Code of Conduct by the 24th of February, which is tomorrow. So there was some pressure to do this tonight, and we managed to do it. We did pass our Code of Conduct. After there was a lot of discussion amongst the councillors about what should be included in the Code of Conduct. In the end, there was agreement that we should take it back to the bare minimum of the legal requirement, which we did. There was an amendment moved to change that motion and to put a time limit on changing the Code of Conduct to a best practice model within the next 6 months. That amendment was put, it was debated by council, and it failed. So we went back to the original motion, which was to pass a Code of Conduct which abides by the legal obligations, and so that was successfully passed in the end. So a bit of relief about that. Good. So the next council meeting will be on the Tuesday the 16th of March. Thank you, everybody. All the best.